16. Word list. Chamber. A chamber is an old word for a bedroom.
The girl was tired. She went to her chamber for a nap.
Deny. To deny something is to say it is not true.
The boy denied that he broke the window.
Document. A document is an official piece of writing.
He was given an official document proving he was a citizen.
Emphasize. To emphasize is to give importance or attention to something.
She emphasized the key points by circling them in red ink.
Fever. A fever is a high body temperature that people get when they are sick.
Lydia had a high fever, so she didn't go to school.
Flu. The flu is a type of sickness that makes you feel weak or your body hurt.
Since he had the flu, he felt miserable.
Freeze. To freeze is to become very cold.
If you don't wear your coat in winter, you will freeze.
Gesture. A gesture is a movement of the hands or body.
My teacher makes a lot of gestures when she speaks.
Interrupt. To interrupt is to briefly stop someone when they are doing something.
My mother interrupted me when I was trying to listen to music.
Last. To last is to continue or go on for an amount of time.
The football match lasted for nearly 2 hours.
Likeness. Likeness means the state of being like or resemblance.
Michelle bears a strong likeness to her older sister Kate.
Moreover. Moreover means besides or in addition to something.
It's cold outside. Moreover, the wind is very strong.
Perspective. A perspective is the way you think about something.
The man's speech gave me a new perspective on our country.
Rational. When something is rational, it is normal or practical.
It is hard to think in a rational way when you are scared.
Recover. To recover is to go back to normal after something bad happens.
I hope the city will recover soon after the flood.
Rely. To rely on something or someone is to trust or depend on them.
The boy relied on his older brother to help him.
Shock. To shock people is to surprise them.
The man was shocked by the news.
Shy. When people are shy, they are nervous around people strange to them.
The girl was too shy to try out for the play.
Stare. To stare at something is to look at it for a long time.
The young couple stared into each other's eyes.
Thus. Thus means as a result or for that reason.
The sun was shining. Thus I wore my sunglasses.
Unit 17. Word list. Aim. An aim is a goal someone wants to make happen.
My aim is to become a helicopter pilot.
Attach. To attach is to put two things together.
I attached the socks to the clothesline to dry.
Bet. To bet is to risk money on the result of a game or a business.
How much will you bet that your horse will win?
Carriage. A carriage is a vehicle pulled by a horse.
We took a carriage ride in the park.
Classic. If something is classic, it is typical.
The athlete made a classic mistake. He started running too soon.
Commute. To commute is to travel a long distance to get to work.
I usually commute to work on the train.
Confirm. To confirm is to make sure something is correct.
Winning the game confirmed that James was a good player.
Criticize. To criticize is to say you do not like someone or something.
He criticized his wife for spending too much money.
Differ. To differ is to not be the same as another person or thing.
I differ from my brother. He is short, while I am tall.
Expense. An expense is the money that people spend on something.
She wrote down all the expenses for her trip.
Formal. If something is formal, it is done in an official way.
It was a formal dinner, so we wore our best clothes.
Height. Height is how tall someone or something is.
My height is 168 centimeters.
Invent. To invent something is to create something that never existed before.
My grandfather has invented some interesting things.
Junior. If someone is junior in their job, they do not have a lot of power.
When she started at the company, she was only a junior manager.
Labor. Labor is the act of doing or making something.
Building the house took a lot of labor.
Mechanic. A mechanic is someone who fixes vehicles or machines.
We took the car to the mechanic to be fixed.
Prime. If something is prime, it is the most important one.
Dirty air is a prime cause of illness.
Shift. To shift to something is to move into a new place or direction.
He shifted to the other side of the table to eat his breakfast.
Signal. A signal is a sound or action that tells someone to do something.
The coach blew his whistle as a signal to begin the game.
Sincere. When people are sincere, they tell the truth.
He sounded sincere when he apologized to me.
Unit 18. Word list. Ability. Ability is the quality of a person being able to do something well.
His swimming abilities let him cross the entire lake.
Agriculture. Agriculture is the growing of food and animals.
The farmers studied agriculture in college.
Cartoon. A cartoon is a funny drawing.
Sometimes people draw cartoons for the newspaper.
Ceiling. The ceiling is the top of a room.
He painted the ceiling with a special roller.
Convince. To convince someone means to make them sure of something.
She convinced me to buy the house.
Curious. When you are curious about something, you want to know more about it.
I opened up the clock because I was curious about how it worked.
Delay. To delay means to wait to do something.
I was delayed at the airport for over 2 hours.
Diary. A diary is a book in which people write their personal experiences.
I do not let anybody read my diary.
Element. An element of something is a particular part of it.
Tackling an opponent is Johnny's favorite element of American football.
Faith. When people have faith in something, they believe in it and trust it.
The sick girl had faith in doctors. She knew they would make her better.
Grain. Grain is food crops such as wheat, corn, rice, or oats.
The farmer planted 2 fields of grain this year.
Greet. To greet someone means to meet and welcome them.
When my friend came over, I greeted him at the door.
Investigate. To investigate means to search for something or learn about it.
The detective went to investigate the crime.
Joy. Joy is a feeling you get when you are really happy.
I love baseball. I feel joy when I play.
Label. A label is a tag that tells about something.
The label on the back of your shirt will tell you what size it is.
Monk. A monk is a religious person who lives a simple life.
The monks knew a lot about religion.
Odd. When something is odd, it is unusual.
Her cat is odd. It walks on 2 feet.
Pause. To pause means to stop doing something for a while.
Since she was so hungry, she paused to make a snack.
Priest. A priest is a person trained to perform religious duties.
The priest taught us about God.
Profession. A profession is a person's job.
He loved sailing, so he chose to work on ships as a profession.
Unit 19. Word list. Adopt. To adopt someone is to make them as part of one's own family.
The girl was adopted by the couple when she was 3.
Beg. To beg is to ask for something one really wants.
The man begged for some money.
Beyond. If A is beyond B, A is farther away.
John's house is beyond that lake.
Costume. A costume is a set of clothes people wear for a particular occasion.
The woman wore a mask with her costume.
Exclaim. To exclaim is to say something loudly, usually due to being excited.
Look at her dress, Sarah exclaimed.
Extend. To extend is to stretch out or reach.
The boy extended his hand to catch the ball.
Fool. A fool is someone who makes unwise choices.
The girl was a fool for playing too close to the water.
Forbid. To forbid is to tell someone they cannot do something.
My father forbids watching TV while we're eating dinner.
Illustrate. To illustrate is to show something by drawing a picture.
The executive illustrated the decreasing profits of the company.
Indeed. Indeed means truly or really.
The birthday party was indeed fun last night.
Interpret. To interpret is to explain what something means.
The woman interpreted what her coworker was trying to say.
Kindly. If people do something kindly, they do it in a nice way.
The stranger kindly cared for the hurt man.
Motive. A motive is the reason someone does something.
His motive for studying so hard is to get into a good college.
Nest. A nest is a place where a bird lays its eggs.
The bird laid her eggs in the nest that she made.
Origin. The origin of someone or something is where they come from.
The origin of the honey that we eat is from a beehive.
Reception. A reception is a party to welcome a person or celebrate an event.
We all danced and had a good time at the wedding reception.
Reject. To reject is to refuse something because you do not want it.
The girl rejected the broken cup.
Silence. Silence is complete quiet.
The man asked for silence while he worked on the problem.
Stream. A stream is a small river.
The boy caught a fish in the stream.
Tone. Tone is the sound of someone's voice. It shows how they feel.
My father's tone told me I had broken the rule.
Unit 20. Word list. Accomplish. To accomplish something means to finish it.
He accomplished his goal of running 10 miles.
Approve. To approve of something means you like it or are happy about it.
Her coworkers approved her new plan.
Approximate. Approximate means to be close to an exact amount, number, or time.
My approximate height is 2 meters.
Barrier. A barrier is something that is in your way.
The Great Wall was a barrier between China and its enemies.
Detect. To detect something means to notice or find something.
The boy ran to the kitchen when he detected the smell of cookies.
Duty. A duty is something that a person has to do.
It is parents' duty to take care of their children.
Elementary. When something is elementary, it is the first or most simple thing.
Children go to elementary school before high school.
Failure. A failure happens when you do not do something right.
My cooking ended in failure because I burned the food.
Gradual. When something is gradual, it happens slowly.
Children learn to read at a gradual pace. They do not learn right away.
Immigrant. An immigrant is a person who moves to a different country.
My parents were immigrants. They came from Poland.
Insert. To insert something means to put it in something else.
The mailman inserted the letter into the mailbox.
Instant. An instant is a very short amount of time.
A microwave oven cooks food in an instant.
Poverty. Poverty is the state of being poor.
Poverty is a problem in many countries around the world.
Pretend. To pretend means to make believe something is real.
The boy liked to pretend he was a king.
Rank. A person's rank is their place in an order of people.
The man got to the rank of captain in the Navy.
Recognition. Recognition is getting praise from other people.
The hero got recognition for his brave deed.
Refrigerate. To refrigerate something means to make it cold.
Grocery stores refrigerate fruit to make it last long.
Rent. Rent is the money people pay to someone to live in a certain place.
To live in this house, I have to pay rent at the start of each month.
Retire. To retire is to leave a job, usually because of old age.
My father is 65 years old. He is about to retire from work.
Statistic. A statistic is a number that tells a fact about something.
The statistic showed that we did just as well this year as last year.